Tonight on 48 Hours.
This is not an airplane.
Wow.
It's a UFO.
Are we alone?
There is no question that there is extraterrestrial life. This is what the guys look like.
Oh my God, I've never seen anything like this.
Unidentified flying objects.
It had lights on it.
We could see kind of a glow.
What is the evidence? Where is the physical evidence?
Usually they come when I'm sleeping.
They were all down the side of the bed.
You just know when they're there. There's a blue light that comes in.
Were these people abducted by aliens?
They performed an operation.
There's this paralysis.
It doesn't serve these individuals to be making it up.
And he said, I want you to understand you weren't there. You didn't see anything.
Did our government bury the real story?
The Department of Defense is acting like there's a cover-up.
Science fiction
Anecdotal stories don't count.
or fact?
I have no doubt that something really bizarre happened to me.
Flying saucers, visitors from outer space, UFOs, once the stuff of science fiction, but now a part of our culture, and some insist our universe. And those who believe we aren't alone in their belief. In polls taken over the past 30 years, about half the people surveyed think UFOs are real, not imagined. And an estimated 25 million people now say they have seen a UFO. Sound far-fetched? What's going on here? You be the judge. Tonight, we make a few close encounters of our own with those who say they've seen and even made contact with something out of this world.
Usually they come when I'm sleeping. It's always at night. I felt myself get up out of the bed, stand. I felt a presence in the room, but I didn't see anything. The next thing I remember is just being sucked out the window, and the next thing I remember is being in a ship.
I could feel that there was something here. I didn't know. They were all down the side of the bed. I counted, well, 4 of them. Their heads were about this. I mean, all I saw basically were their heads. They were all down the side of the bed. And I realized I was helpless, and my life flashed before my eyes. Do you know how to tell the difference between hard-boiled eggs and regular eggs?
Same house, same terrifying story, same family in western Massachusetts. Randy and Glindy are brother and sister.
An egg that's not hard-boiled will not spin.
Oh,
yeah, exactly.
Do you think that aliens are abducting them?
I do believe that something has definitely happened.
Aliens.
Aliens or whatever, something of a much greater power than we can even envision.
You know how it sounds.
Oh, I totally know how it sounds. I can't do anything about it. This is what happened to me. And yeah, I know it sounds strange. I mean, I'm not telling a story to tell a story.
Those sorts of stories, tales of alien abduction, have for years been written off as, to put it mildly, weird. But now along comes a psychiatrist who says he accepts it all. And this is not just any psychiatrist. This is a Pulitzer Prize winner from Harvard.
What I started out with was listening to people, trying to find alternative explanations. Wasn't that nice of her?
Despite 4 decades in medicine, Dr. John Mack says he has never seen anything like this.
I don't, in my years in psychiatry, have any way to account for these experiences occurring in these people.
I told you what I told you. This is what it is. This is what it is for me.
In the last 3 years, Dr. Mack has interviewed over 90 people who say they've been abducted.
God, it's very frustrating.
Do you have any doubt now in your own mind that these are real experiences happening in the physical world?
This may not be of our physical world. It may not have originated in our physical world. It may come from another dimension and manifest in our physical world.
Whatever world it is, it clearly frightens people who believed it's happened to them. In many cases, been happening since they were children.
You just know when they're there. There's a blue light that comes in. There's no way that you can deal with that kind of fear.
What conclusions, if any, have you been able to draw in terms of the very basic questions? Who are these beings? Where are they from?
I don't know who they are. There are different kinds of beings described consistently, the most common ones being the little grays with large black eyes, 3.5 to 4 feet tall, who were not familiar to me when I started this work, but have now become familiar in the last few years.
They had eyes and very big heads.
And most abductees think the aliens have come for a reason.
He took me, he put me on a table, and then there was other ones around, and they performed an operation.
I had sperm samples taken from me.
They seem to be intent upon making a hybrid mix of themselves and ourselves. The woman in this case was at the end, was lying on a table.
Bud Hopkins is the true believer who introduced Dr. Mack to alien abductions.
Now this is another woman who made this drawing.
He's been studying this phenomenon for 18 years.
This little boy had been abducted by being floated out of his bedroom.
He's interviewed thousands of people who say they've been kidnapped by aliens.
Well, these are all different people drawn at different times. This is drawn by a registered nurse who has had abduction experiences. This is drawn by a woman